Joe. We're checking out his 2017 Grand Sport. And Joe, he's going to be doing more upgrades on it coming up, and he's going to tell us all about it.
Okay, so you have a 2017 Grand Sport Corvette in Arctic White. All the black on the car that you see there is in black metallic. GM calls that carbon flash. So the hood went from GM usually comes with a decal. I opted out of getting a decal and I actually had the car painted in black metallic carbon flash. Side mirrors as well.
All right.
Rear corner vents as well as the roof. Over here you have a Z06 Stage 2 spoiler in black metallic carbon flash. And to change it up a little bit, to do a little bit more custom work on the car, if you're familiar with the Corvette, you have basically a two-tone bumper up near the lights. So we have white on top, which basically came stock. Down here was black metallic carbon flash. I opted to customize that in Arctic White and then add these really beautiful diffusers, which are painted in black metallic carbon flash. If you like, you can get the back, Jerry. It'll show you a frame that basically ties in with the diffusers. I kept the exhaust trim in black, and all the badges on the car are in black metallic carbon flash. The windows are a nano ceramic tint, which is the best tint you can buy today. It basically keeps the car a lot cooler on those 110, 115 degree days. And if you'd like, I'll show you the inside of the car.
Of course, yeah.
So what we have inside here, guys, is black with adrenaline red interior leather. The black in the middle of the seats are perforated, so it allows the air conditioning to come up through the seats, which is quite comfortable. I pretty much ride with that all the time. If you notice, I took off a lot of the plastic in the car and I put in real carbon fiber, which is all hand weaved and then baked in an autoclave to harden. And what they do after that is actually polish it up, trim it, and it's very expensive. A lot of these pieces were anywhere from $800 to $1,200 a piece. And if you had to do the whole car like I did, you're roughly going to be around $6,000, $7,000 just in parts. Also, you will see, I call that the oh shit handle, yeah, right. Okay? Because when you kind of hit the juice and you hit a G, which the car will do, wow, you'll be holding on to that. There's also a G meter in the car.
It's impressive.
So that's all red. When I bought the car, it was all black, so I changed that out. I went with red shift paddles, okay? Which are originally black. The next thing I'm probably going to do is change out the steering wheel. That'll be adrenaline red on the sides and carbon fiber all around. That's about a $1,300 steering wheel. You send it in the core and they'll give you $300 back. So
I got to ask, Joe, out of every upgrade you've done so far, which one do you like the most?
I mean, you're going to ask that.
I know. We're on the same page.
I would have to say I love my carbon fiber, and I'll tell you why. As an owner of the Corvette, you're always in the driver's seat, right?
Exactly.
So you're always appreciating the inside of the car while everybody's appreciating the outside of the car. So for me, it would be the interior and it would be the carbon fiber because it's very difficult to make and it takes a long time and it's custom made. So yeah, it would have to be the carbon fiber. Second would probably be, I like the carbon flash black metallic because it accents all the points of the car. I think properly. It has a bow tie, classy look, like you're wearing a tuxedo, black and white.
And that's this metallic trim, right? Correct. All the trims.
Correct.
Wow.
And I don't know if people know out there, all of the vents on the car are functional. They're not just for show. So they tend to cool the engine, they cool the brakes, they tend to make the car more aerodynamic because the air actually flows through the car rather than weigh it down. That Z06 Stage 2 spoiler tends to put pressure on the back of the car, okay, so that the tires don't spin.
Sweet.
And it actually keeps you straight, believe it or not, as well as the diffusers. That's why the diffusers are there.
So I gotta ask, is this just a show car or is it a track car?Maybe a track car? What's the plans with it?
It will never be a track car.
All right.
I got that out of my system when I was a kid.
All right.
Actually, I actually do about 5 miles per hour under the speed limit. You don't have to drive it fast to appreciate it, which is different from any other car I ever had.
It's true.
And it's nice when people see it as you're going slow. So it's an everyday drive, and I probably put on 600 miles a month, which is about it.
Wow.
You know, but I thoroughly enjoy it. It runs really good. Just to give you some specs, 0 to 60, 3.5 seconds. Quarter mile is around 11 seconds.
Wow.
The speedometer goes up to 205.
Wow.
And I already had the car up to 122 miles per hour on a safe road.
Wow.
And that's about 5-6 seconds to get there.
Joe, I gotta ask the question, what are we gonna see in the future coming up next?
Well, I'm always looking to do something different.
All right.
But there's a fine line between having something look nice and then gaudy. So you don't want to do too much. You want to try to make the car look like it came from the factory that way.
All right.
So probably next would be, and if you follow me, I'll show you.
Yeah, let's do it.
I really wasn't impressed with GM, how they actually did the trim on the front wheel wells, as well as the front splitter.
All right.
If you look at most of the car, it's all in carbon flash and carbon fiber.
All right.
This is just basically a cheap plastic.
All
and
right.
It doesn't do anything for the car. So my next mod would probably be to take these off.
All right.
And buy other ones that are in black metallic carbon flash to match the rest of the car. Get rid of the front splitter.
All right.
And put on a Z06 black metallic carbon flash front splitter. And the difference between the two, other than the color, is the Z06 splitter comes out, I would say, another 3 inches. So it's a lot more aggressive. And it also follows the contour of the bumper, which is quite nice, which the stock one doesn't.
Oh, I see. All right.
I'm also going to go with stage 3 front splitter,
All right.
which has what they call winglets, which will come up to about half the reflector and come down like this and then come across.
Sweet.
And from the front, it makes the car stand out like this, like a pit bull.
Sweet.
Looks really aggressive.
Wow.
With the rest of the car. Probably after that, I'll probably go with the custom steering wheel, carbon fiber, the general red leather wrappings, and the last I have to take out, I believe, the airbag out of this one and then put it in the new one.
Now, I have to ask, on the plastic molding, is that available, original equipment in the black flash color, or is that going to have to be painted custom?
Okay, yeah, that's aftermarket.
Aftermarket,
I don't
all right.
believe it's a GM piece.
All right.
To be perfectly honest with you, I've seen GM put out a Z06 with, and I don't know why they do this, it looks a little hideous, but if you guys out there seen it, or if you haven't, take a look, and you'll know what I'm talking about. They have a real carbon fiber front splitter, but then what they do, it ties into a black metallic carbon flash winglet.
All right.
And then you have this ugly plastic. So you got 3 different types of material just in this corner alone, and on a $100,000 or $105,000 car. It should really all match. It should.
I agree.
And
100% should.
Don't put a decal or a sticker on your hood, guys. I mean, after a while that fades. It's not a refrigerator where you put stickers on it. It's an expensive car, and the way the car sits right now, MSRP was close to 80. I have almost $30,000 worth of options and labor and time into it, and I bought it in March, and I'm still doing it today.
Wow. That's awesome. Thanks a lot for sharing all the different info on it.
Thank you.
And we look forward to doing a continuation.